Uh, Probably a pretty good night to get out tonight, in spite of the dust, right?
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was the past couple of days.
Right.
It is starting to kind of dissipate and get out of here. We do have another plume on the way, though, heading into, say, early to midweek next week. Tonight, if you are heading out to the Hooks game, expect temperatures to stay in the 80s for pretty much the entire game. That game first pitch starts at about 7:05. Temperatures in the upper 80s for that and into the lower 80s by tomorrow evening. It's going to remain on the breezy side throughout the rest of the evening, as well as humid, not only through this evening, but even into tomorrow morning. So here's what we're working with right now. A couple of clouds and showers moving through earlier this afternoon, but pretty calm right now. High temperatures got into the lower 90s here in Corpus Christi, and we're sitting a couple degrees below that at this time. It's pretty quiet across the entire state of Texas. Behind me, you can see a little high pressure over there. That is gradually going to move over to us throughout this coming week and make us increasingly hotter and drier, at least in terms of our rain chances. We're still going to stay pretty humid, and that's going to make those temperatures feel even hotter than they are. So this high pressure is going to be scooting towards Texas throughout this coming weekend and into early next week. As it does so, here's that next plume of Saharan dust that I mentioned heading into next Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's going to come in, and it does look to be a little bit thicker than this last one. Heading into late next week, then this high pressure just expands and grows right on top of us, sitting over the Lone Star State, making us increasingly hotter. So that's not only sending air temperatures up, it's going to be sending our feels like temperatures up as well. So we're going to be going from the lower 90s into the middle 90s and eventually possibly into the upper 90s by next week. So we have temperatures in those upper and mid 90s. Feels like temperatures just slowly working up as well. Now, in terms of the tropics, they are quiet. No new activity expected over the next week. Here's that next batch of Saharan dust that's going to be working through the Gulf and eventually over to us as we head into next Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's probably when the thickest of this is going to be before it slowly gets out of here again. Hopefully not too much in terms of the Saharan dust for this weekend. If you are outside, hopefully that's not going to mess with any of your allergies or air sensitivity, air quality sensitivity, anything like that. Heading into tomorrow, 93 again for that high temperature, so not horrible in the grand scheme of things. Typically this time of year, our high temperature is right around 93, so that's pretty on par for this time of year. It just is a little bit more humid than normal, and that's keeping those morning temperatures right around 80 degrees the next couple of days.
That's something you don't hear, a little more humid than normal. I mean, humid is just the normal, right? It is what we get down here. All right, thank you, Kristen.